Yeah, but it's like, I don't get it. Even my roommate, like, he slips up with his brother, which he's a trans man. His brother's a trans man. But it's like, it's a slip up, it's not on purpose type thing. It's just, it's still frustrating. It's like, can y'all at least try harder? But like with my roommate, he's not maliciously doing it or doing it as an ignorant or whatever the fuck reason my ex is. Yeah, I just know he didn't want me to talk about, or like whatever attachments his ass has, like whatever demons he's got on him, did not want me to talk about this shit. So I've been trying and trying for days to fucking talk about it, but it's like I couldn't do it. Even on my walks, I couldn't anywhere. Like at this time at night, I would have been able to, I should have been able to, but I just couldn't do it. So like I'm like, nope, I'm not letting this happen. But y'all, if you've been through this crap, you know what it's like. It's a struggle to find your fucking voice. There's a picture Chloe colored for me, and it's like, because she has a coloring book, and it's I was just looking at all the, like, I think I was thinking about how like she's artistic and she does dance and everything, and like how she gets nurtured for her her talents and stuff. They get nurtured, and how I didn't get that nurtured. So like she like changed a pair of her shorts into like a top, and she did a really good job with it. And I think she tried to do something with her dress, and I was like, man, she gets that from me, like, but ain't nobody gonna fucking ever acknowledge that. Because her aunt, well, actually great aunt, her dad's aunt, is like artistic too, like, talented painter, whatever. And so like they always be like, it's from her, and it's like, oh, because mine wasn't nurtured. Nobody gives a fuck about my fucking shit. No, seriously, nobody does. So that's why I kind of don't do it now. I mean, it shouldn't matter. I should have just do it anyways, and I try to get myself to, but also like the mess bothers me. So I'm like, oh. So I want to try to get into more digital, but I don't know. I'm just like, oh, I want to create, but like my shit's trash, bro. But I'm the only one who's in love with my own art. Ah. And so like that's what happens when you don't nurture that shit. And you never get it nurtured. Anyways, I was like thinking about that, and then like she had colored this picture, and it had dream catchers and feathers on it. And I was literally just thinking about it, and she's like, I colored this for you, mommy. And so like she's like, can you hang it in your room? And I was going to, but I hung it out where the rest of the kids' art is. She seemed fine with it, but because I didn't know where to put it in here for sure. But it said, follow your dreams. I was thinking, I was like, this child just knows. Like, she's a blessing and doesn't even realize it. I mean, I think she probably does, but like, yeah. Not that my other kids aren't, but like, she's like in a more intuitive way. Yeah. I feel like she's my more intuitive child. In the same way as me, I guess. Because like, we literally have the same human design chart. Both projectors that are quad rights, which means like all four arrows are pointing right. And so I'm like, makes sense. And like last night, when she was supposed to be sleeping, we were talking, we had a deep talk. It was nice. She was watching this video on YouTube, and she was like, I can smell this frosting, because there was frosting on there. I was like, you know what? I believe you. Like, I know you. Like, I smelled things through videos before too. Like, on TikTok, I've smelled people, what exactly they would smell like a few times. I'm like, it doesn't happen that often, but I was like, that's called clairalience. And so I was like telling her about the different psychic abilities, and the tasting one. She has that one somewhat, I think. And I was telling her how she communicates with me telepathically sometimes, and I hear her when she, and how the first time I realized that that's what was happening. And she's just smiling, like, and like she kind of knows, but at the same time, you know. Just especially when I was talking about the time when she wanted to take a bath, when me and Rox went to visit her, because she at the time didn't have a tub to take a bath in. She loves taking baths. So I was taking a shower. We were all in the motel, and I heard her, and it comes in as like, Chloe wants to take a bath. It doesn't come in as, Mommy, can I take a bath? You know, it's weird how my clairaudience goes. You know, I told her that's what that is. I don't know if she even knows. Like, I was like, and I reply back to you, and she's like, oh, I don't hear you. So I'm like, that's okay, I hear you, so that's all. It doesn't matter if you hear me, like, I'll still answer, you know, out loud, or whatever, because, like, then she'll tell me out loud. The first time I noticed that was happening is 2019. I got her up, when I still had her in my care. I got her up, and I was gonna get her a cup. I was getting her a cup for her drink, you know, and I heard her ask for a specific one, and I was like, nah, you know, because I thought it was like my own inner voice or something. I don't know, like, I know way more now about my clairaudience than I did back then. I was like, what the fuck? And then when she cried when I didn't get her that cup, I was like, oh, that, she was telepathically telling me to get her that one. So that's interesting. Yeah, my clairaudience really kicked in with her dad. I was laying next to him when we first got together in 2015, and all of a sudden there's all this, like, you know, this on the Bruce Almighty, where like he has all these, like, he's in the restaurant, I think it is, and all of a sudden he hears all this chatter in his head. It was like that. I was like, what the fuck is going on? My ex is like, he's just loud in his head or what? Like, it was weird. Like, I knew kind of what it was, like, but I'm pretty sure I had it sooner than that. It's just that, like, it really, like, activated then. Like, it's just weird. Cause see what I'm saying? Like, karmics, like your false twin, which he is, can activate that shit. It's strange. They can, I don't know. Plus, he lived in Topeka, Topeka, and that's where my twin lives. So, like, so I went there a lot, and so, like, maybe that just being in the same town as my twin, it could have activated, you know, like, there was this video on here. It talked about stuff like that, but that's in the twin updates, I guess.